Hello, tonight on Laurice's Kitchen, I'm going to be making chicken Manhattan. Now this sounds like a complicated dish, but it really isn't. Once you get it all put together, it is unbelievable. So let's get started with the ingredients. Okay, you're going to need 1 chicken breast portion for each person that you're serving. I'm serving 5, so I've got 5 pieces of chicken. We're going to be pounding these flat and then coating them with egg and then breadcrumbs. You're also going to need a 10-ounce bag of fresh spinach. Now I like this better than the baby spinach because it cleans up better. We'll be blanching this and then chopping it up. You're also going to need 8 ounces of fresh mushrooms with the stems attached. Now for mushrooms like this that have very long stems, we can cut the stems off. We'll be slicing these. You're also going to need some salt and fresh ground black pepper, about 1/2 cup of finely chopped up onion, along with 2 to 3 cloves of garlic finely minced, 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and 1 slice of provolone cheese for each chicken breast piece. Now we will also be using white wine. We're going to use only about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of this, but this is going at the end and it's going to help the cheese melt on top. If there's anything I detest more than biting into a hunk of gristle, it's biting into a spinach stem. They're woody and they're stringy. So this is the reason why I like regular spinach as opposed to baby spinach. We fold it in half and then you just grasp the stem and pull down, and that pulls the stem along with the string out of it. We'll just do that for all of them. Alright, we have to do this dish in order. First things first, I did bread my chicken so that we can let it dry. The next thing we're going to do is blanch our spinach. Now I've got a very large saucepan here with about 1 inch of water in the bottom. We're going to let this come to a boil, and when it comes to a boil we're going to put all this spinach in here. It will wilt very quickly and it will probably only take us about 1 minute to blanch it. We don't want to cook it too long. Then we're going to get it off the heat, get it drained, and chop it up. Oh, and just to let you know, that 10-ounce bag of spinach took me less than 10 minutes to clean, so it's well worth the time. Alright, takes hardly any time to get 1 inch of water boiling. So we're just going to put this all in. Push it down. And as soon as it's all wilted, we take it off the heat. Alright, that's done. It's only been a couple of minutes. Actually, probably not even a minute. Alright, we're going to get this in the sieve, and then we're going to start in with the chicken. Okay, let's get started on this chicken. I've got about, maybe 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch of oil in the bottom of this pan. It's just canola oil. We're going to let it heat up, and then we're going to fry all these chicken breasts. Now, we want to use the biggest pan we've got because we're going to eventually have to put all 5 in here at one time. We may only fry them 2 at a time, but eventually we'll have to get them all back in there. Okay, this chicken is done. We are going to change pans. Then I'm going to get this over here. Get this chicken out for just a second. Dump this oil into the glass. I don't want any of the oil in there. Then this chicken is going back in this pan to stay warm. And I'm going to put a pizza pan on top to keep the heat in, but the holes will allow steam to escape. All right, on to the vegetables. Okay, I moved on to an 11-inch skillet, and I've got about 2 tablespoons of butter in here. We're going to let this melt, and then I'm going to actually sweat down the onions and the garlic first. Then next go the mushrooms and the spices, and finally we'll be putting in the spinach. Now we're going to continue to mix this up until the mushrooms have cooked down quite a bit and a lot of the liquid's cooked out. Then we're going to bring the chicken back, top it with our vegetables, add some cheese and wine, and let it go. Alright, it's time to switch back to the chicken. Be careful, that's not that hot. Alright, and we're going to let this chicken come up to temperature for a minute, and then we're going to top it with a little bit of these vegetables, and this provolone's a little thin, so I'm going to top it with 2 slices. Alright, we're going to dump in the wine. Cover it back over with our pizza pan and let it sit for 5 to 6 minutes until that cheese is nice and melty and everything is nice and hot. Alright, let's give this chicken a taste. That is unbelievable. Hot. The chicken is tender. Everything is spectacular. All right, let's get this stuff cleaned up.